here, baby girl. Come on. Come back in here. Wah! Come on, Sundance. Come. Come on. Come on, babes. Smokers, you can come out. Come on. Come here. Oh, look at all three of them. Come on, guys. You can all come out. Good girl, baby girl. Come on. Come on, babes. Come on. Yeah, go that way. Thank you. Come on, Smoker Boke. Come on, babe. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go, sweetheart. There you go. Wonderful babies. Okay, all right. Hi and welcome. I'm Caroline Best of the Tao of Horsemanship. In today's video, we're going to be working with Sundance in the round pen, and our topic today is how to begin your lunging, where to start. And I'm going to demonstrate and talk about what is the best way, the correct way, and why. So, come on, my dear. Let's get ready. Thank you, Ledge. Come on. Hey, hey, hey. That is uncalled for. That's uncalled for, okay? Everybody gets lots of love here. You're just jealous. Okay, come on. All right. Come on, Bibs. Oh my. Nice and relaxed. You good? Don't fall. Come on. Come on, sweetie. So, did you guys dump soy, Clarissa?
No.
What?
No, that's a chicken coop.
Oh, crap. Okay, out. Out. Oh my God. Both of you. Oh, that's disgusting. They're eating old chicken feed on top of poop. Ugh, chicken poop. Oh. Wow, that was nasty. So with the free lunging that I'm going to be discussing and demonstrating today with Sundance, we are going to begin this in the structure of a round pen. And I'll talk more about why. In my experience with students all over the world, I get a lot of questions, or when I'm talking to my students or we're emailing back and forth, they often tell me that they do a free lunging out in a big indoor arena or an outdoor arena. Their definition and experience with free lunging is just lunging in a big open space. So we're going to talk about that and why I don't recommend you beginning there for many reasons, especially the biomechanics of the movement and how to set your horse up for success as far as the development of the movement. So I highly recommend the round pen for many reasons. But the number one reason is you have, I would say this round pen is about 60 feet in diameter. And it's plenty big. You don't want to go any smaller than a 50 foot, between 50 and 70 with your round pen. And the number one purpose when you work in a round pen is to teach your horse straightness training on a circle. How to ride or how to move straight on a circle. And you're going to begin at the walk. You're going to develop the walk transitions, develop the movement. And this is very layered. It gets very advanced. We're not going to go through all of that in today's video, but I do teach it in my Mastery membership program. All of the steps. And once you master the walk and the transitions of the walk, you're going to work your horse into the trot and the transitions of the trot, back down into the walk, and then you'll be developing the balance and strength needed for your horse to pick up a really nice collected canter. And a collected canter means that they are in self-carriage. And Sundance is a schoolmaster of mine, so she'll be able to demonstrate what that looks like when she picks up a collected canter. And so again, why a round pen is so important, or a round structure. You can make your own round pens out of electric tape, you can make it out of wood, you don't have to have panels like this. But the whole purpose is that eventually your horse's movement is developed to the point where they can travel straight on a circle, meaning they have the best symmetry possible through their body. So there's symmetry in horses and there's asymmetry. And symmetry means that the horse is balanced pretty well and equal on both sides of their body. And most horses aren't. Most horses are have asymmetry. Most horses have asymmetry, and that means that whenever you have a horse that drops a shoulder or falls in going in one direction, that's because of the asymmetry, or they're not completely balanced, and it's really hard for them to go straight and to carry their weight from their hind end forward. So for me, the free lunge is always where I start. It is also with every horse, doesn't matter. They come to me to be started or restarted, doesn't matter the breed, the age, or the experience. However, most people have a really hard time with doing free lunging correctly in a round pen, and that has so much to do with horses being trained incorrectly in the round pen. And the round pen is usually used as a means to run your horse to get the energy out of them, or to dominate your horse, or to put a lot of pressure on your horse and to punish your horse. So in my experience, most of the horses I've worked with, which have all been mostly restarts, have had really negative experiences, and it's really hard for you to begin your horse in a space like this at a nice big stretchy walk. And again, my Mastery Membership program goes through all of those layers on how to help your horse who's been traumatized in the round pen, how to help them make the breakthroughs so that they trust you and they're more confident with you, so that you can start to teach them what the truth of the round pen is all about. And so for me, again, the round pen with my horses serves as an area, a structure to develop them and to develop a deep connection, but that's a whole nother lunging style of mine. So there's also that whole connection piece. There's also how I train my students to ride, believe it or not, because of the energy component and the embodiment of the rhythm in the person that needs to happen, so that the two of you, and you'll see this with Sundance and me, the two of us can be in that movement together, and then that transfers over to riding. So you have a connection piece in the movement, in the mind, in the round pen that helps to develop all of that, and in movement. And then you also have the biomechanics and of this movement. So when I'm working with my lunge whips, I'm purposely orchestrating the body. I'm purposely guiding the body. And I'll talk all about this. And this is what I refer to, especially at the big stretchy walk in this round pen when Sundance and I go to do it. This is what I refer to as Pilates for horses. So, Sundance, let's go on in, my dear. So there is a correct way to lunge and an incorrect way to lunge. And when I start horses in the round space freely during the free lunge, they are free. There is nothing holding them down or together. I don't use anything other than my lunge whip to help guide the body, and that's in the free lunge, of course. So the whole purpose, when you build the horse's strength and balance on this big circle, you're going to eventually want that circle to get smaller and smaller. But it takes time and it takes a lot of development. And you'll see Sundance's circle will work big, and then you'll see her circle get a lot smaller. That takes time. And the thousands of horses I've worked with, I've never had a lame horse because of my styles of lunging. So I'm treating these horses like professional athletes, which means they've got to be developed properly. So there's certain building blocks which we're going to be beginning in here doing this free lunge. There are certain building blocks that must happen to set her body up, to set her mind up too, but to set her body up so that she can handle eventually almost doing a canter pirouette. And a lot of people don't realize that. And even when you want to play with your horse at liberty, and she does some amazing maneuvers. She does rollbacks. I teach all my horses to do rollbacks at liberty. I'm going to go grab Lovey and the camera can stay on. Come on in, baby girl, I'll put you in here. Rollbacks, I teach my horses to do their simple changes and their flying changes, all at liberty and online. I refine it online. And when I work online, come on, love. Lovey? She just cantered over here. Now she's walking away. When I work my horses in a lunge online, I only use a 12-foot lead rope. So they must be developed to handle that small circle and not get hurt. Hey girl. Come on, baby. Come on. Nope, this way. Come on. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, babe. Come on. Oh, my love bug. I know. You love it. You love to work. Good girl. Come on, sweetheart. No, you just wanted to be out here with me, didn't ya? Love you. That's a good girl. That's so sweet. She could have left. And sometimes she does, you guys. Sometimes she takes off, can't wait to go out in the 10-acre field and play and eat some grass. But this is when she said, hey, I'll sign up. I'll work with you today. Ooh, we must be getting that storm coming through. It's going to be coming, what, Thursday? Yep. All right. So I'm not going to be getting into all the steps of my free lunging because there are many, and I offer that, not in this free training video. I offer all of those steps, step-by-step instruction in my Mastery Membership program. Just know the purpose of it. I want to educate your eye to what you're looking at. Sundance is 19 years old. She's a quarter horse. So you're going to see some amazing muscle on her through her top line and her abdomen, which is really important. And I haven't schooled Sundance in over a year. I don't even ride every week. I don't ride for weeks. So the key thing when you put this kind of foundation on your horse, as far as the movement and the biomechanics, your horse will always move like this on her own now. So when she's out there frolicking with the other horses and she's trotting or loping, she is so through and collected. Whereas when she first came to me as a young horse, she was hollow, she was short-strided, she couldn't track up. She was horrible to ride. She'd jar your back because the movement was so tight and restricted. So when you lay the foundation for this type of work and you do it correctly, it lasts forever. And that's the point I'm making. You don't have to keep warming her up every day in the round pen. You don't have to keep working on this. But you have to get the foundation. And that can take many, many months of development. Nice, sweet pea. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate the free lunge at a nice big walk, and I'm going to talk about what I see. So it's really important that she goes out her shoulder and on the rails, I call it. So we're going to move that shoulder out, and we only want to walk. Good girl. And what we're looking for is that she stretches her top line like she is right now and lowers her head. And that she has starts to develop a bigger walk. So I'm looking for her to track up right now. I want to make sure that that inside hind leg is taking the hoof print of the inside the inside front. And right now at the walk, she is right now. If I push her a little bit more, she is. So you definitely want to make sure your horse is tracking. Good girl. And when her head lowers like it is, below her withers and often to the ground, which takes a while, you guys, when it does, you'll start to look at her body and see how loose her shoulder is. And a horse will start with this level of relaxation. They'll start to bob their head a little bit. Their ears will be off to their sides. They'll be very relaxed. Sometimes when Lovey's in here, her ears are flopping because she's that relaxed. So what that tells you is that the top line is really open. And the top line starts at the horse's poll, right between their ears, follows their neck line down their spine and to their tail. That's called the top line. And so when a horse is mentally tight or physically tight through their body, or mentally tight because they don't feel safe and don't trust you, they tighten up their top line. And that's when the movement gets really stiff, like a pogo stick is what I call it. The movement's really stiff, the horse is rigid. Usually they hollow out, meaning they throw their head up high, and they become very short-strided, and they're not using their hind end anymore. So the whole time I'm here talking to you, I'm pushing Sundance forward. I'm pushing very quietly with my whip and my energy. I'm pushing her inside hind leg forward. Because as I mentioned earlier, this is Pilates for horses. I want her to really stretch, really stretch. And if you do this, look at the stomach crunch that you start to do in your own body. So if you use your body or mirror Sundance with your body, and I'll do that as we pass the camera, and I'm Sundance right now, if I relax my back and my top line and I stretch, excuse me, I literally can feel the stomach crunch, my ab muscles contracting and relaxing. And so that's why you see such a nice ab muscle on her, on all of my horses, and they also have fantastic top lines because of the level of relaxation, the level of lengthening in the stride. And when you have relaxation and lengthening, you start to strengthen. Now, let's say Sundance started to drop her left, nope, you're good. Good girl. Just drop her left shoulder. I could take the whip and just push that shoulder. I can either go up and down from the ground up very gently, very quietly with my whip like this, and I can move the shoulder over. Good girl. You want to keep your horse straight. Good. Now, I'm going to ask her to do a trot. Good girl. It's all energy. Good. And we still need, good girl, her. Now watch my whip gently touch her inside hind. I need her to really stretch because she gets really tight in her haunches. And she's about 4 inches shallow of tracking. Remember, Sundance is a schoolmaster, so she's going to make this look really easy. I just want you all to observe her body and how strong and straight and through the energy's coming through the hind end. We're going to get her stretching even more. Good girl. Good girl. Now, horse can't put their nose on the ground if they're not balanced. If she's not holding her weight with her hind end, she'll fall forward. So because she's using her buttocks, her butt, to balance herself, which is correct, she's able to lower her nose, open up that top line, stretch more, relax. So you want a really big working trot. We're not looking for a slow trot or medium. Everything's about stretching and lengthening so that we get stronger. The more you focus on that inside hind leg, good girl. She'll be able to lift that shoulder more. Oh, good girl. Look at her back muscles. Good, good. Come. We're gonna change direction. Come on. Nope. Come. Yep. So, nope, just trot. Now, one of the things when you develop the horse's hind end like this, and their balance and their strength, and they use their hind end correctly, she'll be able to execute those maneuvers without getting hurt, meaning she'll be able to change direction abruptly. This is where your rollbacks happen. Good girl. There. Much better. Good girl. Good. Yep. Good. Good girl. Good girl. So you see a lot more freedom. Sundance has a tendency to get a stiff pelvis on her right side, which affects her left movement. But you can really see her stretching more. Good. Beautiful. So if I ask for the canter, she's going to be able to come underneath herself, collect that movement, and give us a nice canter. So here we go. Come. Good. There. Good. So her inside, her right hind leg is coming way under the middle of her belly now. And she's braking at the pole. Good girl. And the sound of her hoof beat, her footfall's very light. So like a ballerina, the more balanced and strong your horse becomes, the easier it is for them to travel. And her hoof beat is really light. Good girl. Whew. Good. Good girl. Thank you. So if I were to ask Sundance, come, to now take that straight canter on a circle, on a small circle, hopefully the camera can catch her, how straight she's going to travel. Good girl. Come. Good. Come. Good. 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 So what's creating that straightness is her hind end. She's really using her butt and coming way underneath her belly so that she can support the heaviest part of her body, which is her shoulder. Come. Good. Oh, it's a pretty girl. So I save a lot of that level of play for advanced, because she's really got to be set up correctly to do that type good girl movement. Good. Come. This would be a shoulder in, where she's bent in the direction of travel, but she's still straight. Thank you, Sundance. So that gives you an idea of what you should be looking at and how you should progress, where you should begin and how you should progress when you use the round pen to develop the free lunge and the purpose of the free lunge. It can take weeks or months depending on your horse and depending on their experience and depending on your skill level. So don't get frustrated. I can teach you in my Mastery Membership program the step-by-step process of getting this level of straightness and balance. And that's it for today. Thank you. May you guys always be one with your horse.